Yo,
What up, B?
anybody get their face ripped off on that?
Only you?
Nope, 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 not me.
You waiting this time?
Yeah, this ain't the same conditions, bro. One, I was just talking to Ant about that. One is the macro. You got to give me more than that.
Now you're waiting. Macro will save your life. Yo, E. Nigga ain't no here. Hot dog? You back?
See, man, that's what only thing about trading and traveling, boy. Have a little apprehension about taking certain trades with the internet be tripping. But yeah, it wasn't in discount too. I ran the fields, on that range. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
That's in discount. And it should be in the 15-minute BPR also. Yeah. So it hit that. Only thing about it, it's another 15-minute gap below that. So you got to show. So that's the difference between the day and the other day. It wasn't nothing down. We was already at the bottom. So
Mm.
that's why I do more back up.
Hey, Gold gave a perfect TFA. It hit it. Remember they asked that question about what happened if it hit it twice.
Yeah,
Go,
I remember.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
somebody asked
go,
that.
yeah, Go did that perfect. Uh, 15 minute, and then look, it came right back up at 6:30, 6:45. Watch this. This was the 650 to 710 macro. Right there. Ain't that smooth, E? Nigga E got bad service. What up, Modi?
What's up?
I know you ain't working.
I am. I'm working. I'm always working.
You sell gold down?
No, I did not. No.
That was
I didn't haven't even looked at gold today.
uh,
I was looking at NQ because I'm like, okay, TFA setting up. Let's go, let's go. But I said, nah.
it's psych. Got your ass.
But I was close though. You see that retrace that it did that whole down move and then it bounced off of a little small gap right there. And I'm like, is that the retrace?
Oh, what, NQ?
Yeah, on NQ to your right
But
here.
I didn't I did not see
Not there.
nothing here. Oh, that's why like I'm looking at like man when it did this at 620, I'm looking like and don't give you a chance. Like,
No, not even that one to your right. That retrace that it did right down. Yeah, right there. The swing low. Go to the swing low. Right there where you were. Not there, not too far off.
right here.
Yeah, down. No, down. Down, down. Go to the
Oh, I'm
swing
talking
low.
down here.
Right. Where do we bounce from to the left of that in that range to the
Yeah, there's a gap here. Gap, yeah.
Yeah, so I look at and that was right at the end of the 850 macro, is it? Or the start of it, one or the other. And I hesitated, but I'm like, you did this whole run to go down. And I
Right.
just,
And for
yeah.
me, Modi, I'm looking like when we did this whole run up, it didn't
Hmm.
give you no chance.
Right. So it's in a hurry to go somewhere. So
like
I left it
$500
alone.
million dollars.
We down how much? 150, 150 points. Previous day low, Miss Carol.
sit on my hand.
Hey man, my grandma used to say, "Nigga, in or out." My grandma used to say, "Nigga, in or
Telling you,
out."
touch and go, boy. There you go.
Hey, yo, Jarvis, what happened? What happened with your ninja? Uh, Anybody know how to close out this order? I've already closed out my
So
trade.
I had my order in, and I closed the trade out. The trade hit my target, but for some reason it still shows their sales stop on there.
They got like Southern voices.
And I tried to flatten it
Like
and close, and it won't close. It just say cancel pending.
Does it show any open positions?
It does well. It doesn't, but when I try to disconnect Ninja, it says you have one open position.
Got
Damn.
CQG. You got CQG.
Yep.
Go to trader rate to close.
Okay, that's what I tried to log in. So I was like, damn,
Yeah,
I
go to
was
trader rate.
in traffic. So I was like, damn, I need to close this out.
Yeah, as a rule of thumb, I would I would if I were you, I would always keep trader rate open. Just in case. It doesn't take
Where
too
do I
long to
go
get
and
to
trade?
it.
Where do I go and trade Because I logged in.
All right, we log in. All right, up there by like where I think it's up where like position is or something up top. So you have to click on it. I think with a money at or something. But up there, if you look in, it says code, a big red bar that says code exit all positions.
I had to click into that account, right?
Right, you're gonna be on the right account.
Shit.
Anybody that got their trader rate open, I can't. I know it when I see it, but I can't do it by memory.
Because the only thing I see is if once you click on that account, it shows the reset account, which I know they ain't trying to do that.
So you're looking at your chart, like with a graph and all that.
Well, I'm in, like I say, I'm in the trade, not trade evade, I'm sorry. I'm in the take profit. So I need to go to trade evade site.
Hey man, that's wild. That's wild.
What is?
Man,
Okay, E. I logged into the Tradeovate site.
we going up. My signal go out. I come back in. Oh, I'm right at my edge. Damn, Bill. I'm like, what?
Hey, E. Can you hear me?
Yeah, he in and out.
Okay.
You still in the trade?
Well, no, my trade closed, but it still got that cancel well, that sales stop on there. It won't let me close out. I'm
Yeah,
in
yeah, I'm still in
Tradeovate
it.
now.
Water wet. Water wet. That's macro, baby. That got made during the macro. Well, she might do something she don't normally do. She might damn near give another gap on the other side. She don't normally do that. I only 1 minute. You just get that second chance.
Jarvis just trying to close the order.
You still trying to
Yeah,
close
I'm trying to close it. Can anybody hear me?
Yeah. Are you in Trade of Eight?
Yeah, I'm in Tradeovate.
You see where it says accounts? It's a tab, says accounts.
So when I logged into the Tradeovate site and it to my account, it said took me to select a trading mode, market replay or simulation.
You did
simulation?
simulation?
Yeah, simulation.
Yeah.
And okay, hold on. I don't need to roll nothing forward. Close it out. All
Or
right,
you second
so
chance right there.
Do you have the chart though? The chart open?
no, I don't have the chart open. I'm trying to do everything from my phone.
Oh,
So okay,
Yeah.
I'm on the desktop site. I found the account.
okay. If
Okay,
you
exit all positions and cancel. I see that in
Yeah, there
red.
you go. You got it.
All right, cool. Hopefully it cancels. No working orders. All right, bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I had just hit a trade when it closed out. Well, when I had my order set and it had hit for 1037. And I thought it would have closed out, but sometime my take profit be freezing up and I don't know what be going on.
Mm,
No.
Thank you.
you're welcome.
All good, bro.
And I had to pull over at the gas station trying to get up out of there.
Yeah. I couldn't visualize it because I don't have it in front of me. What I knew where it was, but I didn't know what tab
Yeah.
it hit.
And that mobile is different.
Yeah, that mobile, yeah, it's different.
Well, I had switched it over to the desktop site and opened in Chrome so I can get it instead of just
Yeah.
working
That
on the
make it
mobile side.
easier for you. Yeah.
Uh,
Yo, E. Why you laughing, dog? Yo, you there? Anyway, talk to boy. It's what I don't like about that macro right before the 9:30 open, man.
Do all that foolery. Hey, and we talk about all day long, like man, it do all this, then it come back.
It do the most, man. It do the most, yeah. Can you run your fib from that SMT low to the high before the retrace?
I got you. Here or here?
The candle to the left, no higher, but wait, yeah, right, that one, yeah, yeah. See, no thanks, no thanks. I want that gap to be below 50%. It did the same thing yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Hit you with a little move, you like, oh, it's a shift with a gap, but not in discount. I was talking to E, who was pre-gaming before you dropped the link.
Hey boy, what's
For
up?
some reason, I just feel like price just wants to go lower, man. I think it wants that break on the daily chart. I mean, it's giving us nice bounces, but it just don't want to stay up.
No, and it's I'll wait to 9:50. No news today.
Patient pays, man.
That's the hardest thing. Like sitting here watching this shit, Jordan. You're like, man, come on, do something.
Hey, it's gonna do it at 9:30. It's gonna get loose.
Yeah.
It's gonna get loose.
Think I wonder, are you gonna have any bullets at 9:30? Or I blew everything up before 9:30.
Yeah. Hold on, why is your previous day low all the way down there, man?
No, this is it's something different. This is
Okay. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what I have too. I have that marked off, but I have it different. I got you.
yeah.
That's where I'm thinking it's going. I think it wants more.
All the way down there?
Now, remember on the daily, man, it's back in that tight range.
Right.
Like it had us in April. So I mean that's the only thing that makes sense because you well, not the only thing. Because I remember last week, new week opening gap. I mean, we were just up and stuck. We never came back to retest that new week opening gap.
Mm-mm.
So I think it wants to grab some of that liquidity before running higher. But like you always say, we don't get paid to think, so we're gonna have to show me.
Exactly, yeah.
Right in the chat, say it going down.
Hey, boy, what's that blue bar? What? With
There's a first gap, some
with
London.
right?
London.
London. Right. Okay. We hit 70 on the 15-minute range. Go high. With It's my ass time to treat. It's me. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Somebody else take this?
Bro, you know the answer to that question.
What? No.
Huh?
I have no idea.
You said what?
I took it. I said I took it.
We know. We know, bro. We know. So why open and range gap though? Where it closed yesterday to where it just opened. Hmm?
What'd you say? Did you say something?
Oh, say what?
I said, did you say something? I didn't hear you. No, for real, I didn't hear you. You keep going in and out.
I said it's a wide open and range gap from where it closed yesterday to where it just opened.
Right. Same
50%.
thing from Monday. Same thing from Monday, bro. See, I ran my changed the 4 hours to the 15 minutes.
It's right here. Oh,
Right. And then run your film on the 15th. So I ran it from low to high. She hit that. I saw that move, that quick up move she did. I ain't going in heavy now. I ain't go heavy because I wasn't sure. But it did everything I wanted to do. And I felt like I was a low risk buy.
So you holding to the swing high?
yeah, no, he out.
So, brother, I am gone.
What do you mean? Why you running the field for? Anyone there? Why you run the
EJ
field
good.
for? What you run the field for?
Man, listen, bro.
I'm
EJ good.
listening.
I'm not playing.
Hey
Ain't
man,
getting that money back.
I thought we run the field to Take
Nah,
it to at least low hanging fruit.
when I get straight shots like that, sir, I'm good. If you want to give me something again on the right, I take it in. I take it again. But nope, no line, no weight right there.
Man, when I try to talk to you, see how you don't want to talk back. The other day you told me I could talk to you.
You did talk to me.
And now you're giving
I
me a
appreciate
high resistance liquidity run response.
I appreciate free feedback, sir. But I know how the market maker buy model work. I know you get retraced. Hell no.
Bro, you almost made me spit up my water, dog. Tell me I appreciate the feedback. Hell no, boy. You see how you do me, dog?
Hey, it be all
Bro, but bro,
Yeah, talk to
that's
me
normal.
like customer support. We appreciate you. We kindly appreciate your feedback.
Thank you for your service.
Hell no.
Bro, that's like 80, 90 points. I on a straight shot in like 2 minutes. I'm good. I'm so good. Yeah, I believe. Do I think it's going up higher? I do. I ain't gonna stick around and find out. Let it give me something on the right side. Now I'll come back. See, I ideally wanted to wait. I took that first move, got my face ripped off. That one during the last macro, I lost out. But I saw. I initially wanted. Yeah,
Man, where you at, dude?
and then wrong one.
Now you done left the whole volume imbalance in your whole analysis, bro. We missed everything. I don't know where you at right now.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said what I was saying was I was when we were on the phone, me and you earlier when we was looking at that all the gaps. I said I wanted to come down to that last one, but it gave us that move during that last macro like it wanted to go up. So everything lined up, so I took it, but it came back to stop me out, and that's okay. You know what I mean? It wasn't ready to turn around at that juncture, so I took it this time. But like I said, 9:30.
You breaking up again, dog. Aren't you driving?
like a nigga walking.
It's what he was saying.
I got you.
There you go, bro. You would have believed. Leaving money on the table.
That's fine. I'm leaving what's up. Shout out to Killer.
You run that fib on that 15-minute chart, you're supposed to hold it to the high, bro.
Hey, man, listen. If I was at home, I would have.
I don't know. I don't know if I believe that to be true, sir.
Okay. The 80, 90 point shot.
You jig it, you don't hold it.
Give me more.
Oh, shit.
What is that? Hey,
Yeah, man over there with a caipirinha in his hand talking about you jigging, you don't hold it.
you don't need to hold it. That was a major risk. That's it.
That was a who?
That was a major risk. That's it.
That was a major risk.
Paid off. Yeah, because of the internet. That's the only thing that concerned me.
What you using, Stardust?
But no, this is I'm in North Carolina going through these woods.
Oh, you in the sticks. It sound like you going through the dirt roads, bro. You ain't get no signal. Them tall ass pine trees you driving through.
I might have to get started for real.
Oh, that's what I meant, Starlink. What I say, Stardust?
Start that.
I knew it was something.
Hey, you're supposed to do some shit.
I'm gonna jam up a name. That's okay.
You got this start, child.
You got this.
Okay, look at what's taking place. Okay, so this is Southern Pines. This is Southern Pines. Okay, so this is your final point, final stop. Make sure you grab your stuff and make sure you get your luggage.
Oh, you on a train or a bus? That's why. Like, if you driving, you shouldn't have that bad internet.
Hey, hey boy, you squeeze that 15 minutes a little bit. We'll see. No relative eagle has it, but yeah. That's a strong possibility. We'll see.
People been waiting for them equal highs since yesterday.
I know, right? But see, that's how they hit you. They get you with that extra level of for the sell side. It's just a long ass consolidation and then another drop overnight. CFA, bro, game changer.
You-
You took it off that 1 minute.
Who? Nah, ain't no way. Ain't
You
no
don't take
way,
it off
bro.
that. That
Ain't no
retrace.
macro, bro. Ain't no macro, bro. You know me.
930 macro, bro.
930 is not a macro, bro. I don't know where you got that information from. Nine thirty to what time?
9:30.
Right.
But you see how I was setting it up. It was just setting it up, bro.
Yeah,
It
but
was just
that's the same thing you saw during the 850 macro. And
true.
to me, I just look at that different. I knew that that wasn't the move.
What the 851? I came in on 15 seconds on that one.
Yeah, nah. You see, it ran the stop. Yeah.
Right.
Like even before it came back and retraced, I just knew that that wasn't a high probable setup.
When I seen it hit that 15-minute OB and then pop, I knew then that thing was live. So when it gave that 1 minute gap, retrace. That's why I
Mm-hmm.
pushed the button. Go ask me. You active. But that's basically like 15-minute lining right up with that 1 minute. Same concept. I was wondering if it wanted to white me, wanted 79. That was what I was trying to see if it wanted 79. But not when it hit 70, and then it hit the OB and pop. That's what I told you. Ready to go. Did anybody else say that? Well, it was just me.
Just you.
I would have jigged it if I was in front of my computer.
So it's basically like that trade I took yesterday afternoon. It was somewhat same concept. I ran the field for the retrace. Again, look to see if it was going to be active. And it hit something. I'll take this. I came in on that OB right here. So I'll take the chance from there. There all day long. I live it out by that.
Trust me, we've witnessed it. We witnessed it, bro. We ain't gonna talk about the percentages, but we've been a
Shit
witness
high.
to it.
That shit high.
I
Well, I'm
don't know,
saying
bro.
it ain't 100.
I don't know, bro.
It's not 100. That bitch high, bro.
I don't know. I don't know, Ski, bro. I don't know, so I won't speak on it. Maybe your
High.
P&L is high.
It's high. It's a high percent. It's over 80%.
Hey man, give us the data, man. Don't just give us what you think.
Okay, well, I did it twice this week. 2-0.
Nah.
I got
Boy, look
100%.
at you want to flip it.
How you like them numbers?
I don't like them at all, actually. I just threw them right back at your black ass.
I like the one Monday much better than this one. This one had me a little uneasy, but I still would take it.
Hey,
Oh,
what we talking about? You got to hold it at 0.5.
I'm talking about what you run the field for.
Yeah, you got it at
You got
0.5.
nervous? You got a little nervous?
I
Yeah,
told you
nigga. Hey,
the only thing was his internet, bro.
no, they
Don't
hey, because
trust
of
it.
your order,
Nah,
it's gonna
bro.
get you out. It's
I
gonna
kept
get you
going
out.
in and out.
If it ain't, what's your famous line? If she get up there and start to twerking, I'm out.
Well, I knew she was going to retrace. She did that the other day.
Hey
Y'all
man,
was
so then all you had to do was just manage your stop
all I
loss.
had to
You was
do.
good.
All I had to do was hit close. You had to
Look,
wait till
see,
I got.
we talk about
If
them
I was at home,
opportunity costs, bro.
if I
We
was
talked
at
about them
home, I would have.
opportunity costs.
If I was at home, I would have did it. But I'm not at
Hey
home.
man,
Not in my ideal
traveling
state.
trade and travel, bro. You ain't got
I
to be
take
at
them
home.
89 points and go about my damn business. You ain't finna profit shame me.
Ain't nobody trying to shame you.
Instead of
We just
slut
trying to
shame.
figure
You ain't
out.
finna profit
Nah,
shame me.
nah. You trying to add your own words into the analysis.
All I'm saying.
We just asking why you run the field, bro.
I ran the field because I know my entry.
Right, but low hanging fruit is the swing that you ran the field from.
Low hanging fruit is when I hit this button. Close.
Man, look, it's always subjective with you, bro. That's why I don't believe your winning
No, I
percentage
keep
is
telling you the
about
only reason
80%.
why I did not go all the way up there is because I'm not at home.
Man, Eric, go ahead, man. Jig your way to success. That's all you need to do.
That's
Ain't no
it, bro.
jig, bro.
That's it, bro. Jig is association.
Hey, I jig an exit before I jig an entry.
I don't even think
CFTC,
that's
he ain't even
possible.
perfected his exit.
Nah, bro. Nah, bro.
Even just one contract was enough. Oh, now I didn't even go ahead. I just put 3 on. That was it.
Sonny was the reason I took the buy. He said we going down. I said, nah. All right.
Oh, you paid, son.
You talking about, bro? I got you at 922 talking about we going down. And then you talking about you shiny the fader.
Go back and go back and look at that text.
Bro, I'm looking at it right now in the chat. You asked where we
Yeah.
going, and then you followed it up by saying down.
Well, I meant when Carl said down, I meant like question mark down, but I guess I didn't put question
Oh,
mark
okay.
down.
Nah, I got you.
Because technically, this is the market structure on 15 minutes.
Then when
Yeah.
Shawnee came on and said down, I said, all right, we're going out.
Well, that's messed up, boy.
Anybody get in here?
Get in where? What's the entry?
Man,
What do you mean? What do I mean? What's the
anywhere
entry?
in here.
Anywhere in there? Why is that a valid entry?
Off of
On this
midnight.
buy model, bro.
The buy model, but what is it based off of? The entry is based off of what?
Yeah. You can break it up. Yeah.
You ain't running no fib on that.
Nah, ain't no need to run no film on that.
Oh, so now it's subjective where you run your fibs from.
No, I said you don't need to run a film on this one.
Why
You
not?
can.
Why not?
Because once it goes above this, bro, it ain't coming back. It ain't going back down here.
It
It,
closes
it
above that. What
retested
does that mean?
midnight, closed above again. That's what he's talking about, I think.
Nah, at that point it hadn't touched midnight.
Nah, and that's
Midnight was at 378. So if you get in at that gap, what do you mean it closed above that to the left? What's that? Yeah, what is it?
you know what it is.
I don't know. I'm asking you.
Don't know. Oh,
Okay. That's just not in my rule book.
I got you. I got you. Squeeze that 1 minute a little bit more. Super. Let's see who's up.
Yeah, this might have to be an afternoon trade for me again. This market tripping. See the continuation on that 942 gap, but she act like she don't want to come back during the macro. I'm tripping.
Got 10 minutes. What happens? She might give you another setup, right?
Huh?
She should give you another setup on the right side, right here.
What, to sell it down?
No, go back up high.
I mean, nah, I'm good. If it does it like that, I don't want it. That's just me. See, I don't know. ES is showing something different. Grandma look like she's trying to do something completely different right now.
Drop that thing, Shawnee.
But I look out. Think you might get to it, right?
What gap? That's what I'm saying. That's the continuation gap, but
Right. Got time?
it's tripping right now.
So she might set that with up and break that shit up.
And break what? She already broke it up on the
Hello.
last week.
Hello.
Yeah,
Eric.
nice.
Eric.
Yes, ma'am.
Eric.
Yes, ma'am.
You mentioned that you got
Bam, see?
Target. You mentioned that you got in the on the buy model. Did you get in before 9:30?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what did you see? Because I see that it looks like we tapped the top of the 9:30 first presented fair value gap from Monday. So what did you see on your end to give you the confidence to take in?
So I was watching the 15 minute.
You was watching the 15 minute?
Yeah.
Okay.
See how the field is set up over here? That's just how my field set up. It's been set like
Okay.
that since we confirmed on the CID. So
Okay.
I was just watching to see how far down they wanted to go.
Mm-hmm.
Right before 9:30, we hit this OB
Mm-hmm.
with that wick.
Is that an
That was it.
OTE?
Yes, it
Okay.
is.
Because it
So
hit
we
the
hit that.
0.7 or okay.
Yeah, just hit that in 1 minute, and immediately gave you a gap.
Okay.
And retraced into it right before 9:30.
Mm-hmm.
Came in right on that OB.
Okay.
So it was a low risk buy right here.
Low
That's my
risk
risk.
buy. Okay. Okay. And
All
then
that.
but you didn't hold to the high. You held to where? To the end walk?
Squeeze the chart, boy. You don't mind. Squeeze that 1 minute. I got out prior to the 15-minute swing. So it was somewhere up in here.
So where you had the black mark is where you got out.
Well, there's a swing somewhere over here. I can't see it.
Okay.
I'm in the swing. Before it came back here. Yeah, see, I got out right there.
You got out right there at 21,340
Yeah. That
at
was
the
my exit.
tip. Okay.
Yeah, because I knew it was going to retrace.
Okay.
Because if you know the buy model, this
Mm-hmm.
is where like the retrace is before it goes up to the next level.
That's the accumulation part, correct? The
The
breaker?
accumulation.
The breaker?
Or the level two.
I
Level
don't know.
two.
I'm sort of having a hard time hearing, but I can kind of get the gist of what you're
Yeah,
saying.
I'm sorry. Yeah, but yeah, this is level two right here.
Okay.
This is
Yeah,
where
that accumulation part.
institutions got in down there. This is level two. I
Yeah.
knew when we hit that wick, we could pull back,
Okay. Makes sense.
and then it gave you, you know what I'm saying, if you believe, could have taken it here when it came back to the gap, but some people don't like to, which I don't blame.
He ain't
Got to
bleed,
move on.
Shiny.
Okay. I don't know. I just heard the little discourse of you saying that he should have held to the high, and then you saying
Yeah.
he had enough and profit shaming. So I just was
Nah,
inspired.
nah. He be throwing out these miscellaneous quotes, Shawnee. I mean,
No,
I
it's
got a
just the fact.
Rolodex of
I figured
ridiculous
that, but I said,
wordplay.
hey, put it on a t-shirt because I had never heard of profit shaming, but it okay.
This guy's a wordsmith when it comes to trying to justify anything that he do, whether his entry, his exit, it don't matter. He gonna find a way to talk his way up out of any type of feedback.
Okay. So your
But the point,
feedback is that he should have waited for the macro and
no,
not
no, no,
or
no, 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 no.
okay.
My feedback is if you running a fib, how come you didn't just take it to the at least back to zero?
Okay.
You know, I can understand you not wanting to hold the 0.5, but I mean, if you running it and you saying, okay, this is my analysis for OTE.
Mm,
Okay, your entry is to go back up to the swing at a minimum.
okay.
And any retrace, you know, I always say, okay, just add more contracts when it retrace.
Okay. So he should have took it to 21,375 versus 21,340.
Nah,
Or
21, 356.50 is the swing high. On the 15-minute chart, when he ran
on
it
the
from low
15.
to high.
Okay.
Yeah, when you run it from low to high like that, I mean, at a minimum, you should take it back to the high.
Okay. Is that consider is that consider sorry, the A to B?
Yeah, that's A to B.
Okay.
On a 15-minute, because you're running your fib on a 15-minute chart.
Okay, but he's taking an entry on 15-second.
Nah, he took it on the one.
Oh, he's looking on the one. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
look at the
I got
1 minute at the bottom, it gave him the setup that he was looking for.
okay. Okay, thanks.
Got it.
Hell of a move.
Anthony,
What's up?
what was the number you said again that Eric should have taken the trade to?
You on the 15-minute chart?
Yes.
All right, look at the high of the 745 candle. So that's 21,355.75.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow, what's up?
No, just looking at it on my chart.
That's just one that we think.
Say again, bro?
I said the internet just won't let me be great.
It wouldn't let you be great. It let you in the trade. It lets you in the trade. All you had to do is move your stop loss when you see it ride up.
That sounds good, man. Till your screen go out, you can't see shit. 5 minutes. And you don't know what the trade doing.
Hey, man.
It's
See,
just
in that situation, I wouldn't even taking the trade. If I don't have reliable internet, I ain't taking no trade. But if you're gonna take the trade, take the trade.
so,
Went to .5 on the fib and everything.
yeah, that's sure good. Beautiful thing to see. That's what I'm saying. It's breaking up the gaps to go right through this. No way.
Mm-hmm. Yep, no macro setup. All good. All good. And the messed up thing is it didn't even run them equal highs. So if I'm looking for a sell down, man, this price action is garbage.
What it might do is come back to that 15-minute gap and then give you another move back up.
Yeah, it gotta do that boy move. It
You
gotta
gotta
show me.
show it.
You
Yeah,
gotta
you
show
gotta
me it's
show it.
still
Yeah,
active.
yeah, you gotta show. You gotta
Yeah,
show.
and that gotta be the A plus plus. I
Plus,
wanted to set up in the macro and retrace
in the
during the macro.
macro
Damn
and retrace.
it. Yeah, I want all of it, all or nothing, because that's a wide ass gap. I ain't got time for that.
So it's not even that. That's just talking. One of those.
Right. FOMC next week. Ain't no way I'm messing up my cushion. Hey, what y'all think? Y'all think Ant-Man done in the playoffs?
Woo. They gonna have a hard time with OKC.
Man, that was a problem last night.
And they was up in like the first quarter and stuff. It's like, man, y'all up.
Oh,
They throw
That's
too many
series.
bodies up.
That's series 1-7.
Nah, they
oh
throw
no,
too many bodies up.
he got hurt, bro. I don't know
Oh,
if
you
he
got
got hurt.
hurt?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see it. Damn, boy, everybody getting hurt now. It's a shitty ass playoff, bro.
Nah, it's
You know
been
what?
good.
I
It's
actually
been
would like
good.
to see the Knicks win, man.
But like what's that old point guard Nick Van Exel said? A lot of people getting them injuries because they wearing them lows. They don't wear high tops like they used to. I mean, he came back in the fourth quarter, but he wasn't worth nothing. Yeah,
All they,
Kobe, KD.
yeah. All they gotta do is hey, if it ain't go that bad, hey, he won't play game two. He get ready for game three at home.
If I was them, I would do that and force the coaching staff and the players to find a second option because he can't be the only dude. Because you're right, they were throwing a lot of bodies at him. And like, if y'all gonna beat us, it ain't gonna be through him. But shoot, that dude, Julius Randle, man, he looked like a man
Yeah.
on fire. I mean, he couldn't miss in that first quarter. I'm surprised they don't play him and Gobert at the same time.
You claw the paint up. Because Gobert don't move. You claw
Uh,
that paint up. Yeah, Gobert don't move at all.
I don't know about that one, Jarvis. Matumbo was a beast, dog. Hakeem the Dream,
Yeah.
come on, man. Hakeem was nasty with it. Oh, no offense. Okay, yeah, I got you. That's why I'm surprised they let Carl Anthony Towns go. I would have let Gobert go first. But I guess that's the only way they was gonna get Randall. Yeah, Jarvis crazy boy. He play social distance defense on him.
Shit. I told my motherfucking self yesterday. So I ain't watching it no motherfucking more. Not me. Yesterday was my last motherfucking day watching that motherfucking trial. Cause I seen they caught one of the witness to the goddamn stage, and I'm in the kitchen and shit. I got my motherfucking bike turned to the TV, and I guess one of the motherfucking male escorts that they called out to the motherfucking house. I don't know if they found him on Craigslist. I don't know where the fuck they found him at. But he get on the motherfucking stand yesterday, and they asked him his motherfucking name. And I put some shit in the sink, the TV behind me. And he said his motherfucking nickname is the motherfucking Punisher.
That ain't no way.
The Punisher. That shit threw me off. Oh, the motherfucker. Motherfucking nasty. I'm motherfucking washing the dishes. thinking, thinking I just got caught up in a motherfucking. I'm thinking that motherfucking 30 feet. I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute, man. No motherfucking way. He trying to steal my motherfucking the motherfucking polisher, man. That's me. It's all the one motherfucking polisher out here, man. And it ain't motherfucking you. So I motherfucking made my mind up, man. That's enough of that shit. I ain't watching no more.
That nigga flies wild, man. That nigga flies wild, man.
My message of the day, man. Get your. Hey, listen, I just motherfucking realized something, boy. These last couple days, not just the last couple days, probably the last month. When it come to this sex shit, I really thought I was motherfucking doing something. Like, like, really thought a motherfucker couldn't act freaky with me. I motherfucking thought, like, and I realized, nah, just paying attention, really ain't been, really ain't been doing a motherfucking thing out here, man. Oh, putting a little motherfucking slapping on some ass and making a motherfucker look at it going in and out, talking nasty, and getting in the motherfucking mirror in the shower, on the motherfucking counter, in the kitchen. I really thought I was motherfucking doing something, man. I motherfucking realized, boy, it's different motherfucking levels to this shit. I'm really on motherfucking JV. I don't know. I don't know if y'all got JV sports where y'all at. That mean the motherfucking here, and then you got varsity, the motherfucking big boy. I motherfucking realize I ain't on motherfucking varsity yet. A motherfucker really had me thinking that I was a real motherfucking Dixman, a real motherfucking Frenchman. I mean, if that's a motherfucking word. Well, boy, I didn't motherfucking realize, boy, boy, that motherfucking low. I am to this motherfucking frigate. And I ain't scratched the motherfucking surface. Not yet. Not compared to the shit I done motherfucking seen. I'm like, damn. Oh, motherfucking wow, boy. I thought a motherfucker couldn't do nothing with me, man. I thought a motherfucker couldn't act freaking me. I just motherfucking know it. Sucking on the motherfucking nipples and the titties. I really thought I was motherfucking freaking.
That nigga flies wild.
That boy outside, boy.
Flies wild, man.
That boy's a nutcase. And name the Punisher, boy.
That nigga said, that was my name.
You see, he ain't gonna fool me. I know where he going. He going right out there to New York, stand outside the courthouse with the people, screaming, hollering out "Free Diddy" when he was defending that man yesterday. You tell him that's where you going, bro. You halfway there?
He's talking about he going to North Carolina.
Nah, bro. You making a pit stop.
Right.
They pay.
They pay us 600 for you. Stand in line.
That's wild, boy.
Man, I wasn't gonna take that regular ass beat and just throw it out there, man. Nice try.
We know that's where you going, bro. It's all good, bro.
Yeah, okay.
You was triggered yesterday. Like, you know what? Whatever. I'm riding with my dog. You got the playlist bumping and everything.
I told you, Diddy got just time. My issue was just don't look at Cassie as such a super big. That's all I'm saying. I know, real deal. I see.
All right, Big U. That's why you be with that strong arm check-in game. Gorilla Pimp. Mess around, I ain't get no trade today. How much that bus ticket is going to New York and make some money? I'll be up there front and center tomorrow.
Yeah, whoever that was CK, C3. Yeah, I saw that same thing. You read no text messages and stuff. Man, it was like she was instigating all of them. Like, man, you need to chill out.
See, the unfortunate thing is you don't get access to all the text messages or over the phone conversation, behind closed door conversations sent through messengers. I mean, it's on. Yeah, we only getting the tip of the iceberg. And if he was moving like that to where he got to sit in a federal court, I mean, Lord knows. Lord knows.
I think personally, allegedly, I think he got a part that big.
Huh?
I think he probably got. I know he got a part. Well, I understand.
I can't make out what you're saying, bro. You going in and out.
Was at the Diddy trial today, y'all. Everybody making their cameos. I would imagine to see Jaguar Wright next.
Gene, if you've seen all of that and was at public parties,
play with me,
and you the same size as Uncle Phil, and you the same size as Professor Ogilvy, and you the same size as Lucian.
Yo, why he roasted like this? Why this nigga roasting Gene Deal like this? He said you the same size as Uncle Phil and Professor Ogilvy. Yo, who's old enough in here to remember who Professor Ogilvy is? Oh shit. Ogilvy, this is hilarious. Why niggas try to play with Professor Ogilvy like this, bro? Watch this.
G, if you've seen all of that and was at puppy parties,
Don't play with me, boy.
and you the same size as Uncle Phil, and you the same size as Professor Ogilvy, and you the same size as Lucien Grière's Clive Davis.
Face some of the shit that he got to face, and that's real talk. You understand what I'm saying? What's good? How everybody doing out there? I was on live with my man Paperwork early, and then I had to go into the court. So when I went into the courtroom, I had to put my phones up and shit like that. Now, I want y'all to know, I seen Dawn testimony and her best friend, Karen, her testimony. And
Hold on, we'll get back to this. TMZ just published the pictures of Cassie's injuries. And Diddy's federal sex trafficking trial is chugging along, and Cassie took the stand last week for 4 days of intense testimony, where she told the jury Diddy physically abused her during a relationship. Photos of the injuries Cassie says she sustained at the hands of Diddy has now entered as exhibits in the case. By the way, these are already put in court. Now, you know, they're proven for the press and for them to be entered in the docket that people could actually see. So we've collected some of the most compelling photos for y'all to see, and this is when she was hiding the fact that she had supposedly her eye was swollen up. Wow, she did have a fat lip. Jesus Christ. Whoa. On one image, Cassie snapped a selfie of her swollen, busted lip, and she's wearing a hoodie, hiding her eyes behind a big pair of sunglasses. Here's another one, and I guess this shows the kind of swelling and bruising. And it says, click here to see the injury. This is the government exhibit. By the way, she claims that this deep cut still exists now. There's a bit of blood and open flesh and appears to be some swelling and bruising too. Same injury appears to be shown in separate photos later on because it appeared to be healing, so it was healing at this point. Though there's still a decent wound on her left brow. Wow. Cassie's seen the fourth photo with her back turned, and she has a shirt off, and there appears to be a dark bruise on her left butt cheek, some more bruising on her left shoulder blade. Okay. In addition, Cassie testified about Diddy abusing her. We've also heard testimony from Danny Kaine singer Dawn Richard and Cassie former friend. Okay, all right, so.
Okay. Diddy asked for a break, and the judge told him that shit was crazy. The judge told him, said, well, we're gonna break at 12. He said, well, I want to break now. A couple of minutes. And judge let him break. I was like, damn, is he running the courtroom now? This shit was crazy. It was real.
Boy, they bring Jaguar Wright to testify, boy. It's gonna be some shit.
It's gonna be some shit.
You got me over here looking at the guys, see if they got this trial on TV right now. I don't even watch TV like that.
So, Elizabeth, I want to get as much information from you as possible in the limited time I have with you. First thing I want to ask, the scene in the Because I understand there might be a new person in the courtroom. Was Diddy's sister there today?
Yep, Diddy's sister definitely was inside that courtroom. She's actually been kind of a figure that's been inside and present inside that courtroom, while the other family members, including the sons, including the daughters, including Janice Combs, Diddy's mother, haven't been inside that courtroom. But we definitely still saw Diddy's sister inside that courtroom, just kind of paying attention to everything, as well as even one of Diddy's childhood friends. He's the one who's always kind of wearing the Free Puff sweatshirt, the Free Puff hat, while he's outside of the courtroom, definitely not inside the courtroom. But yeah, definitely Diddy did have some people on his side today, but just wasn't that full family presence that we were used to seeing, especially those first couple of days.
Oh, yeah, it's interesting to always hear who appears there. Okay, so I have to talk about the testimony right now. We can get into David James in a little bit, but we talked about him a little bit yesterday. Talk to me about Cassandra Ventura's mother. So we knew that she was going to testify today. What was her value to the prosecution's case? Let's start there, and then we'll move into the cross-examination.
Yeah, well, initially we had thought, and by we mean me, Elizabeth, thought that Cassie's mother was inside that courtroom. I spoke with Cassie's attorney, Doug Wigder, who informed me that the person that we had initially thought was Cassie's mom was actually a victim's right advocate. So when Cassie's mom came into that courtroom, I was like, yes, this is definitely Cassie's mother, because they look so much alike. You would think that they were just looking kind of at an older version, a little bit of Cassie. But when she came inside that courtroom today to give her testimony, she just kind of walked up to the witness stand, kind of similar to how other witnesses have been doing it. But I think most notably, Diddy didn't really look in her way or look in her direction, at least when she had first entered the courtroom. At least when Cassie came inside the courtroom to do her testimony, even if it was on a day of cross, if it was on a day of direct, Diddy would kind of turn around and look whenever she had entered that courtroom, if he wasn't kind of chatting with his lawyers or anything like that. But as far as Regina Ventura coming into the courtroom today, it wasn't the same case. Diddy kind of sat while he was at his defense table chatting with his lawyers. But a lot of the testimony as far as Regina Ventura being on the stand today was kind of in relation to just everything she had witnessed from her daughter during her relationship with Diddy years before. So she had essentially said that she had met Diddy for the first time in 2006, actually when Diddy wasn't Cassie's boyfriend. This is when Cassie was actually signing to Bad Boy. Regina just knew of Diddy as Cassie's boss at the time, before the two being Cassie and Diddy began dating. They dated here in New York City, and then they had moved to Los Angeles together. And once they made that move to LA, because Regina Ventura, according to her, she had been living in New London, Connecticut for about 57 years. So she has roots here on the East Coast. So when Cassie had moved over to the West Coast, it wasn't the same situation, because she's all the way on the other side of the country, essentially. And so the contact and the visits weren't as frequent as when she was here in New York. But even when she was here in New York, it wasn't that often, too. But what the prosecution really wanted to know from Regina was everything that had happened specifically in December of 2011. If you guys remember that time period, that's around the time that Diddy had accused Cassie of cheating on him with Kid Cudi and the whole Kid Cudi relationship. So around this time period, Cassie came home from the holidays. We saw an exhibit photo from an email from December 23rd of 2011, where Cassie emailed her mom on this email under the email address of Veronica Vang, one of the aliases that she had used. And she also attached Capricorn Clark, who had worked for Diddy, into this email. So I was able to scribble down just as much as I could as far as what all the contents were in this email, because this is an email that we had previously seen before. And so what Cassie relayed to her mother as well as Capricorn Clark was the threats that have been made toward me the threats that have been made toward me by Sean Combs are that he's going to release 2 explicit sex tapes of me, one on Christmas Day, maybe before or right after, and another one sometime soon after. He also said that he will be having someone hurt me and Scott being Kid Cudi, physically. And it wouldn't be at the hands of Diddy himself. It would be essentially kind of saying that it would be up to somebody else's hands. But when Cassie's mom was on the stand and just kind of responding to everything like that, she had said things such as, the sex tapes threw me. I thought he was trying to hurt my daughter. And then they brought in that Diddy essentially demanded $20,000 from Cassie, pretty much, to the point that Regina and her husband, Cassie's father, took out a home equity loan for $20,000 just to meet Diddy's demand after he had requested money. And so Regina said that Diddy was essentially angry because he had spent money on Cassie, and Cassie was with somebody else, that other person being Kid Cudi, and that Regina had sent this $20,000 check after getting this loan from the bank to the Bad Boy account. But here's the thing, Jesse, is just 4 to 5 days later, this check was actually returned to Regina and her family, so the money was given back to them. And this was something before the jury had even come in today that they were talking about in court outside of the presence of the jury, because the defense didn't want this testimony yet. They wanted nobody to hear this testimony. But this testimony came in today, so we did kind of know what a preview of it would be, and so she had testified to that fact today while on the stand. But we had seen some more exhibit photos, those taken of Regina again in that 2011 time period, of Cassie being bruised. They had mentioned that Cassie, her particular hairstyle around this time was that of a shaved head. Regina confirmed that between 2009 to 2011, Cassie's hair was shaved, and that's what the hairstyle that we had seen of Cassie kind of posing with some of the bruises inflicted by her then boyfriend, that being of Diddy. And so a lot of the big testimony, especially when it came to Regina Ventura being under direct examination, was about this $20,000 loan. Then there was another incident they had talked about, this one from this is from 2016. So this was around this was actually that same year the Intercontinental Hotel incident had happened, that essentially Regina traveled to LA for Cassie's birthday. Diddy took Cassie's phone after being mad at her. And then there was this whole incident where Regina called the police and that Diddy gave the phone back. Eventually, Regina was screaming at Diddy to give her daughter her phone back, and that Regina even owned up to the fact that she tried to hit Diddy while the person in the middle of this was D-Rock, one of the security guards, was in this kind of trying to de-escalate the entire situation. But, you know, when it came to the cross-examination, I didn't even know what to expect for the cross-examination. But spoiler alert, there actually was no cross-examination. Mark Agnifilo got up on the stand and he essentially said, I have no questions for you, Miss Ventura. Yep. And then Regina Ventura was off the witness stand and done for the day.
Yeah, I think that's very strategic when defense chooses not to cross-examine a witness. There might be no benefit to them. There might be nothing they need to gain. They might be accepting what she says and just recharacterizing it. Remember, big theme in this case is it might be domestic violence, might be a turbulent relationship, but it's not sex trafficking or racketeering. Okay, so Elizabeth, I know I only have a few more minutes with you, so I want to move on to the additional testimony of a man we heard about last week, the Punisher. That's his nickname. Who is the Punisher? What did he testify to so far?
Yeah. Well, the Punisher, when he had come in, didn't even realize he was the Punisher. Because let me tell you something, Jesse. When we're seeing these exhibit photos of all the different men and the different escorts that were used during these freak offs, or were kind of playing this type of role,
man. Yo, Jordan, man, this shit wild, man.
Bro, that's nuts. No pun intended.
No pun intended, man. Hey.
Man, listen. All them accusations alone, boy. He did what he said he was gonna do. Bad boy for life.
Bad boy for life. God damn, we accumulating some right here. Shit.
I know.
that were talked about during testimony. Sometimes it's hard to be like, oh, wow, that's actually this person. So when Sheree Hayes walked inside the courtroom today, I was like, oh, they're going to have another testimony from another person who worked with Diddy. But that wasn't the case. Immediately, just right off the bat, he had said that his nickname was the Punisher and that he was a male exotic dancer. And I was like, oh, that kind of clicked. So he had walked in. He's a very tall man. He's well put together. He had an entire suit on with a tie. He's very built. And the first thing that the prosecution asked was just about the exhibit photos, those exhibit photos being just kind of a standard press photo, essentially, of Diddy and Cassie. And he confirmed that that's Cassie Ventura and that's Sean Combs, a.k.a. Diddy. And so he said in the fall of 2012, he was paid to create a sexy erotic scene for a woman who had called him. He said that he met the two while he was working at a club.
Oh, she called for the Punisher. Hey, yo, E, so she called for the Punisher. Where E at, man? Hey, yo, E, so she called for the Punisher.
Yeah, she called. She said everything.
So she wanted the Punisher.
Payment and everything. And then he gave specific instructions. They are not to interact with him, not to look at him. Don't hardly look at her, engage with him, and not just focus on it. Yeah, I read it.
Who was the Punisher there for? Her or Diddy?
Who's the Punisher for
her or Diddy? Hey, who is she there for? Can you confirm that?
So what she called on Diddy's behalf?
Right.
They're trying to do a little AD.
So what were they bringing him there to testify? Like, was he there just solely as entertainment, or was he abused and violated as well?
Let's check out. Let me see.
Event, but it was a woman who had called him saying that she wanted kind of a present by her husband around her birthday time, and that her husband said it was okay if she were to hire a dancer. So the Punisher initially thought that he was going to be doing kind of a dance for women at a bachelorette party, but when somebody opened the door, it was, lo and behold, Cassie Ventura. He had said that she was wearing a bathrobe and she was a wig, and initially didn't even recognize her at first. But this was this first meetup that they had, again, expecting a crowd during this, but really it was just Cassie in the room. Again, not knowing it was Cassie at the time. And then he was told that her husband wanted her to put baby oil on each other and create this kind of fantasy, this erotic scene essentially, and that Cassie handed him $800. But he had one kind of stipulation. He was told specifically not to acknowledge the husband or say anything to him. He said all the furniture was covered with sheets, there was baby oil and water off to the side, and that the Punisher and Cassie just rubbed baby oil on one another. He said after, while this was kind of going on, a man came out. He was nude. He had Astroglide in his hand, and however, his face was covered. And he says that during this, the husband, per se, was pleasuring himself and that type of thing. And the prosecution asked, was this man giving any type of direction or anything like that? The Punisher responded that that the direction was move to the side or position your body a certain way, and that this entire encounter lasted about 25 minutes to about half an hour, and that he actually didn't know it was Diddy or Sean Combs himself until later on. But he said after this whole entire encounter, he got more money, an additional $1,200, and then he was contacted again a few times, and he said he did this about 8 to 12 times even after the fact. And so that's where we would wrap up when we were getting out of court for the lunch break. And so I expect testimony to pick up and go more into just everything the Punisher had kind of did during this entire time frame. Again, the husband that he now knows to be Sean Combs, and again, the woman kind of pretending to be the wife, and this fantasy play, that being Cassie Ventura. So I expect more testimony to come from the Punisher, but don't know kind of what direction that'll go into. Sometimes you just never know in this case.
Listen, that's what we're trying.
Man, this shit wild, man.
I'm
Hey,
trying
man.
to tell you, she was trying to keep daddy happy.
Hey, man,
What kind of man want to watch his woman get pleasure from another man? Man, come on,
hey, you
bro.
sitting there butt naked, man. You sitting there butt naked, man.
Where talking about he was seen with Astroglide in his hand.
You sitting there butt ass
Ain't no
naked,
way.
man.
Ain't no way.
Oh man. Hey,
Ain't no
like
way.
Flying say, man, that nigga Diddy on next level, man.
Nah, that's just weird, bro. And that's what
That
he
nigga-
wanted for his birthday.
Right.
That don't
You
make
watch
no sense, bro. That don't make no sense, bro.
Warrior shit.
Man. You sitting there, man, and then dude should have walked out when he gave me that saw another nigga in that bitch ass naked, man.
I'm
Nah, bro.
telling you, bro.
Hey, I ain't saying no funny.
It's a lot of people out there.
Man.
Oh, I'm sure
It's
there
all
is.
it's all that with stag and cook, like cuckold.
Nah, I don't know. I'll tell you what, he found him a young woman who he could have his way with, and it looked like he did it.
You said that nigga was sitting there naked, watching for 30 minutes. Man. With a mask on, man. Man, what the fuck, man? Nigga say that nigga did it 8 to 12 more times.
Sometime last week.
Hey man, hey.
All I'm saying is, like, at one point, somebody you got to take some kind of accountability. Like, you doing too much.
Damn, they say, gosh, yeah. That nigga sitting there butt naked for 30 minutes. It's freaky shit happening in this world, man.
Trying to figure out. So, you know, you are our eyes and our ears in that courtroom, always giving us up-to-date, detailed responses about what's happening with this testimony. And now we're here to try to break it down and try to make sense of it in the overall context. Elizabeth Milner, thank you so much for taking the time.
You're welcome, Jesse.
All right, so now we get back into the conversation. Okay, so we have questions coming in here, Serena and William. Before we even go into what Elizabeth said, we have a question that came in, a super chat question from Nest Dog. So thank you so much, Nest Dog. Serena, I'll throw it to you. I'm not sure I completely understand this question, but it says, if Puffy's return money, is it still extortion? I'm not sure I quite follow that one, but I'll throw it to you, Serena.
You know, I think the import of that testimony, of the fact that Puffy asked them or demanded the $20,000, is less about whether they made out the elements of extortion, and it's more to show how abusive Puff was in that moment. $20,000 for P. Diddy is nothing. It's chump change. But for Cassie and her family, it required them to take out a loan. It just goes to show the kind of control and abuse that he portrayed during that time period, which goes again towards the RICO charge of him controlling this criminal enterprise. And so I think that potentially the defense wanted to argue, you know, we shouldn't hear this testimony, it's irrelevant. Maybe their argument was the money was returned and therefore there was no harm, no foul. But obviously the judge ruled that it was relevant to hear, and I think it goes towards the elements of the RICO charge for sure.
Talking about the questions that we have money. We have another poll that we put up on YouTube. After the $20 million settlement against Diddy, should Cassie have pursued criminal charges, yes or no? Talk about that in a second. William, I want to go to you. We have another question that came in that I thought was really interesting. This is from the Gemini Lab. Why do you think the defense skipped cross on Regina Ventura? Was that smart strategy or just no ammo?
Oh, I think it was brilliant. Cross-examining a victim's mother is very difficult to do. I don't think there was anything they could gain from her testimony. I actually think that it was exactly what I would have done. I think it's what most defense attorneys would have done. She painted a picture. She emphasized the domestic violence that clearly the defense had already accepted. The defense is almost essentially admitted to. And I think that there was nothing that they could have added in cross-examination. I think that she came across as a sympathetic figure, and I think that cross-examining her would have cut against anything the defense was trying to do.
I have a question from Amanda Tavares, but it's not for any of us, guys. It was actually for Elizabeth Milner, so I can't answer her question. But the question was, I have a question for the esteemed courtroom reporter, whose name currently escapes me, Elizabeth Milner. Given the evidence presented, what is her assessment of the defendant's likelihood of acquittal? So when Elizabeth comes back on here, if she comes back on here, if they should decide not to come back on break, we'll ask her that question. Here's a question from Alexander Mateo for you, Serena. Will they ever show any of the evidence taken from Diddy's homes during the raids?
I would expect that they would. I mean, I think that the evidence that was gotten from his home is going to support the sex trafficking charge, is going to support the lifestyle that they're claiming P. Diddy had and imposed onto other people. I think even the fact of the matter that there were so many bottles of baby oil, for example, and Astroglide, I think that shows that it's more, I mean, we used to argue this as prosecutors. If you recovered a small amount of drugs, right, the argument is it was personal use. But if you recovered a huge amount of drugs, now you're talking about a drug dealer, potential enterprise. And so I think that these are elements of the crime. These are tools of the crime. And I do think that we will learn about what was recovered. And I think they'll use that against him.
It does become a question what we, the public, will see, right? So there were portions of sex tapes that were shown to the jury. As of right now, none of us are going to see that. And I actually, even someone from the media, I would say, I understand. I think that the risk of that getting out and what could be done with that outweighs whatever benefit there might be for a, public.
That information gonna get out. Somebody gonna talk, bro. Somebody gonna talk.
Hey, yo, Jordan, I wanted to come in that gap at 10:50.
Me too.
Yeah, I thought it was going to do that too.
I wanted to come in that gap.
I thought it was going to hit you with the hezzy.
Yeah, I'm comfortable letting that run away from me. Yep, I'm comfortable letting it run away from me.
But when you see what it did, it keyed off of this OB.
Yeah, but where's there a gap in that OB?
Ain't down. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, one took that.
Yeah. Let's see.
ES was smoother, but ES didn't get entry either. ES was.
Oh, ES gave you the divert. Okay, ES went into that.
Yeah, it gave you the gap, but it didn't come back.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It didn't come back. He gonna jig that shit. He'd have jigged that.
Is there a volume imbalance at the top of that gap?
Sure would have.
Yeah, it's a volume. That's what it hit. That volume imbalance.
Right now.
What's the stop loss on that? It's not bad.
My bad. It probably take up this high up here at 44.
Mm-hmm. Can you switch it to the 15? Oh, go ahead, go ahead. I see what you're getting ready to do.
No, you good.
Yeah, I can see. It's a lot more smooth equal highs up there. NQ already ran its equal highs.
It's shiny. Shiny still there. That's about the option. What the option would have been looking like. Right.
Yeah. Hey Shotty, what was 520 QQQ and E got in at
Right at
930. Yeah,
Nah,
930.
he was in there before that.
Yeah,
So
he came by the option too.
520. Oh, this is the same information. Okay, hold on. Oh wow.
Yeah, 520 QQQ.
Hold on. 1048. 85 cents.
At 930?
Oh, sorry. Hold on. At 9:30 open A. It was at a low.
he had a jig at 930.
The low is 55. Yeah, the low is 55.
And
what's the high right now is, hold on. The high is 169.
Yeah. At least we got news tomorrow.
Right.
Girl.
Get back to some volatility.
This ain't that. This ain't that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh shit! Tomorrow. And tomorrow we got news at 3. We got a red folder at 3:15 in the morning, 3:30, 4:30, and 8:30. 8:30, 9:45, 10. Yeah. See, E man, you had them 3 contracts, and when you got in, man, 0.5 would have got you.
Yep.
140.
Ain't no opportunity cost, boy.
563, 3 and 5. 8,400.
Times 5.
Times 5. 42,000. Next level, -1. We looking at that number we talked about yesterday, 21.5.
Yep, see how they stalled it out? This was us yesterday. All over the different bullshit. That was all yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
No, we was just living. Yep. And then they come down here. Now I want to go for it. Drop. Consolidate. Drop. Bottom out. Get your W. Right now you know what I said. How you generate liquidity. I said all some people they stops at the edge. Run that shit.
And Q gone.
So Eric. So the area that we just came out of, is that considered the reaccumulation? Because I know you mentioned earlier that it was the area too. Was the other when price was at around, was it 21,346? Was the like accumulation? So I'm wondering if the area that we just got out of reaccumulation. Yeah. Right before.
Get it down here. Might get one more up here.
So wait, what are you confirming? The area that we just came out, what's that area?
That's you can consider that to be reaccumulation right here as well.
Okay, so that's reaccumulation.
Yeah, because you can see all this chop, all that, it's reaccumulating.
Okay.
You can take it to the next level.
Okay.
Right here, this is
all right, so with the reaccumulation, right, we're waiting for a price to take out one of the sides, right? And then you wait for macro.
Like Boyd always said, when you get into this area, you got to be a lot more savvy.
You have to do more? What?
Savvy. You got to be more slick with it.
Okay.
You can't because they can play with you.
Oh, you say savvy, S-A-V.
Yeah, savvy.
Why? Okay.
Yeah, because who's to say it couldn't have came down here?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Before it went up. You know what I mean? So you just have to be aware that it could.
Okay.
So if you don't want to be dealing with that, you just stay the hell out of it.
Okay.
As you can see, all this is just
Yeah, I definitely see it better, Marley, on the 5 minute. I currently have it on the 5 minute. Yeah. But he trades like the 15-second, so I wasn't too sure, like, you know. I know you enter on the 15-second, but you're also looking at the higher time frame, Eric? Is that what you're doing on your end?
Say that one more time.
All right. I said I know that you enter in at the 15-second. I think earlier today was the 1 minute, but you're also looking at the high time frame. Correct?
Yeah, I'm cross-referencing all of that at the same time.
So how do you avoid, like you mentioned, that with the reaccumulation as well as the accumulation, that's a possibility that there basically could be like deeper retracement, and to wait. So how do you determine when to wait and how long to wait and when to like enter your trade and feel comfortable, confident about your trade?
Stick to around the macro.
Okay. But you don't trade the macro all the time, so
not all the time.
Yeah, so how do you determine if you're going to stick to the macro and not stick to the macro?
$21.5. There we go.
Anybody in this buy-up?
See, that takes time. You just got to know. What ICT say, you reticular activated system. Just like that whole move out here, like I saw it. That stuff might look for all the time. That's why I didn't hesitate. Like, just have to put enough shots up in the gym.
EU in this buy-up?
Nah, you don't know.
Oh.
That's the way it got out at, Marley. Make him relive it all over again.
Where you get out at? Huh?
Somewhere about right here.
You said where?
Somewhere about right here.
Oh.
Somewhere up in that area.
What was your entry? Anthony, is you in the trade?
Nah, I ain't in it. I'm just trolling E.
Oh.
Right here.
I'm still holding.
I got in right here.
I was trying to tell him he should have held it, but he got out early.
277. What's that? 260. You got in at 260?
That OB.
280. Yeah. Yeah, same area. Yeah. Same thing.
So you still hold?
Yeah. I mean, it's covered. Honestly, I thought it was gonna come back to the 15-minute gap. It was gonna stop me out if it did.
Yeah, I thought it was too. That's why I was
I
looking
just
for it
didn't.
to do.
Yeah, I swear, I'm like, I just didn't want to deal with all that shit. Like, you know. But if it would have came back to the gap, it was gonna stop me out. I ain't gonna lie. But like I said, I was watching the 5-minute chart, and on the 5-minute, it just kept wicking that it kept wicking the green candle, the 10 a.m. candle on the 5. So I'm like, if it don't close below the green candle on the 5-minute, I'm still was looking bullish.
That thing, whatever lunch first gonna be. Yeah. That lunch first coming eternal. That thing might come eternal.
We're going external E. Previous day low, previous day high.
Getting started taking partial. I just heard him say that on that long ass.
Hey, yo, E, you didn't caught the low Monday and Wednesday, and you got out before it even gave you the second move. You ain't even get 0.5. You put your fib up there for what? For it to look good. That man, hey Jordan, that man had his fib and everything up there. Then
Y'all talk me, don't blow in the face.
huh?
So y'all can talk me, don't blow in the face, man. Ain't make me feel no different. Y'all saw what I saw.
You said, hey, you gotta let the stop loss do its job, man. You was in at the bottom. You ain't wait for no macro or nothing. This you did it Monday, you did it Wednesday. You said ain't gonna be no Judas. So she said, I guess the Judas was when we ran overnight.
Now the Judas was the first move he was in.
Yeah, that was one thing. That was okay, though.
Gave him a lower low.
Hey, and and like I saw this, and I'm like, I saw this morning, like it run up, like it give you no entry, like man, okay, it gotta come back down.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I just didn't know how deep it wanted to go. Once we got the
You had the
discount,
S&T at the lows. The
once we got
YM
the
took that
discount,
low.
yeah, I said, I didn't see that. Ain't at home.
No, I meant the YM took that low. The ES didn't take that low. It came to the rejection block. And Q came to the order block.
External. Previous day high, is that you?
real deal pushing the Cobra. They don't want this thing to come down.
Previous day high, is that you?
Yeah. Aggressively push.
Okay, so let me have everyone's attention, please. Okay, so this is Raleigh. This is Raleigh, North Carolina. Will be determined in just a moment.
Previous day high, is that you? Hey, yo, Shawty, what that 520 at now? It started at 50 cent. Where we at now?
It's currently at 252, but the high so far for this contract is 270.
Oof. That's 5x in your money. That's a 5x on your money.
What do you use for your options, Shawnee? You use bar chart or you use something else to get the numbers?
Trade View, and I got the option subscription.
Gotcha.
It's yearly. It's 26. That includes taxes.
Yeah.
So you
right
gotta
here.
have that. Go ahead.
What?
Yeah, you gotta have that because if you don't, you get delayed. So like,
Yeah, it's delayed.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, I have Charles Schwab TD Ameritrade, whatever. But I just prefer charting the option chart on TradingView. It's easier for me to see.
But you got a copier for Charles TD and E-Trade?
Sorry, the reason why I said that is because it was a merger. So it's Charles Schwab now, right? They acquire TD Ameritrade.
Gotcha.
I believe last year.
Hey, yo, Jordan, you see the option chart look just like the regular chart in 1 minute. Macro time.
That's
yeah,
why I like
yeah.
it.
I see it.
And it looks like it's trying to close whatever the gap.
So how do you choose your strike price and all that? I thought you got that from a bar chart or something.
No, you can go to show him.
Yeah, from here.
I've never seen it on TradingView. I appreciate y'all showing me this.
Yeah,
go to So we look at here. So I was looking at where we opened. So we opened down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, looking at that 15-minute. Because we opened up down here at 516, and you had these highs up. That's why I said, I'm looking at 520, and like if you got like let's look at 522 because that'll complete this model.
Yeah, that's one. So for me, Anthony, I have a dedicated staff tab for options. So I've created a separate tab where I have it's 4 corners, and I have one for QQQ, and then the other 3 is like my option put, option call, so I can watch the premium throughout the day. So it's similar to how I have it set up in my Charles Schwab TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim account.
Did you get an options on Shawnee this morning?
No. No.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Like if we look at QQQ, that 522 for today. Go 521.
Oh, the 522 was good. Go to the 1 minute chart. So the low for the 522 is 25 cents.
And the high was what?
High so far. Is that 126? 126.
That's 5x your money.
Is that right? Yeah. That's good.
5x.
Why does my mouse move on its own? Kind of weird. No, sorry, it's 144. It's currently at 123.
See, that's the beautiful thing about this option chart, like, because it looks just like the regular chart.
You have the subscription, right?
I got features. I didn't get the option one yet.
We didn't get the option subscription? Okay.
Because this is perfect. I'm looking right here.
I do not.
See, and Jordan, like, you really don't have to. See, this is catch-22. With futures, you gotta be so precise. With options, you don't have to be as precise.
Yeah, that's what I like about it. That's what I
You're
like
right.
about it. You don't have to be precise. You don't have to worry about. Another thing I like is you don't have to worry about any trailing or anything like that.
Because let's say let's look at that QQQ 520. Was it 5? Yeah.
And what Ian Sharon was teaching me is that, okay, let's say you got a stop loss and price hits the stop loss. It's not as significant as price hitting your stop loss on futures. Like the risk ain't the same. Like if you risk $500 on futures, you're gonna lose 500. But if you risk 500 on options, it's not the same. Like it's only a percentage.
Yep. See, look, this the 1150 macro. So say, and it gave you this gap. So you're looking at this, and can you get in here? So you're risking $41. Your stop loss is here. So that's $10. Because if it come back here, you're wrong.
And a mass loss is what you put in.
You pushing like that.
So you basically risking $10 attention.
Right. Yep. Because you park your order right here, 40 cent, pick you up. Your stop loss right here, 30 cent, 10 cent.
No risk buy. No risk buy.
Where E got in at 9:30, he just hit the button. So he probably got filled for 30 cent. And it went up. It went up right here, that's 50 cent. Then it went up here, about 70. And then now we just have
Fayetteville, Savannah, Jacksonville, Orlando, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Cleveland. 11:30.
where the hell he at, man? God damn, that nigga.
We get off the bus.
He
I'm in
on
Raleigh
that
now.
Centers. He on that Centers bus.
Anybody else going towards Fayetteville?
He pushing.
Let's see. I caught him twice, so that's two of them. That'd have been two chances, so I'd have been at wet. If I started with $100, I'd have been at wet. 100?
More than that. He's just going 100, yeah.
If I'm just going 100, yeah.
See, look at the 930. It kind of look at that. You've been in what 70 cent? Man, you rolling.
Yeah. So it looks like we are going to hit previous day high. Also, too, it's that double top right there.
Previous day high, is that you? Previous day high, is that you?
Yeah, actually, she's supposed to ran that shit yesterday. No matter. They want to do it one more day.
Did we make the low of the week or the high of the week? That's the question.
Let me go back to the 4 hour. Let's look.
I need to pick your brain again, Eric.
What you need to know?
Okay, so I have another question regarding the
Send her your cash app, bro. You maxed out on free questions today.
Absolutely not. I don't have a Cash App. I don't know. What's that?
PayPal, Venmo, Zelle,
I don't have any of those.
money order,
No,
Western Union.
I don't know what that's it. I don't know.
Everybody got a Western Union around there. You in New York. They probably got like 20 of them on the same block you at right now.
I don't know what.
Squeeze that up. Squeeze that up.
I don't know what a Western Union is.
All right. So.
Boy said ask all our questions because we're about to go on lockdown.
Oh yeah. You ain't lying.
So
You ain't lying.
he put that out there. He put that out there on the Zoom and in the universe. So I'm definitely gonna ask all my questions before lockout.
Yeah, go ahead.
So Eric, I know he's busy. Like on the bus.
Go ahead.
Okay, so again, I have to ask you all these questions about the buy model. I'm curious. So looking at the weekly chart, right? So let's go into like the weekly, monthly. How do you determine what stage we're in? Because currently it looks like we're at the end, but I'm not too sure. How do you determine the current stage of the buy model? And
well, like I keep telling you, when you see the W.
When I see a W, it looks like a V.
No trouble.
I don't.
Well, that's because if you stretch it out a little bit, or if you go on the 4 hour, you see it better.
Okay, so it's better to be on the 4 hour to see it a little better.
No, it just depends on what time frame you look at.
Okay.
But it's a higher time frame model, so you're not gonna see as greater detail. The lower you go, the more detail.
Okay.
But when we were down here,
we're right.
We were down here.
Okay.
On the 4 hour, go to the 4 hour chart. Like pay attention to this area, and then look at it on the 4 hour. See that W?
Yes, I see the W.
All right. So this is the low, and this is the higher low.
Okay.
Now it could have very well did low and gave you a lower low. But like I said, that's inconsequential. It doesn't matter in that part. Is it whether give you high low or lower low? Does it give you a gap after? This is a gap of all gaps.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
It gave you a gap. Okay.
This was the turning point. Now we're on the buy side of the market. As you see. So this was selling. When we were doing that aggressive selling down,
yeah.
Then they hit you with the head fake. Try you one more time. Try to go below here. Couldn't. So now I got to go the other way.
Okay.
So you run a line right between that. Instead, right from that point here, once it gave you this placement, we are now on the buy side of the market. So all we're doing is working our way back up. So this is when they made that big move that day. And then for 2 weeks, they played with us down to OTE. This is basically the same thing that happened today. Okay. If you look at this price action.
Oh, that was the insider trading news.
Right. See, okay. Remember I ran that field today? Same way.
So I want to quickly interject. So I believe you was one of the few people on here that actually called it out early. You was like, it's a buy. So you saw that fail low and was like, I believe we're now in a buy program.
Right.
Okay. Continue.
This was the confirmation that I knew we was there. They did that 200-something point, 2,100 point day or whatever that was.
Remember that, yeah.
That's institutions stepping in. But then, like you said, then they just let it matriculate back down to OTE before they go up to the next stage.
Okay.
Now, go to now. Keep quiet. Look at this, and then go to the day, boy, on the 15th, and go to where we were this morning. Over there.
It's 11:30.
It's the same concept.
Mm-hmm.
So we were here. Then we ran the field from here to here, and all I was looking for was the OTE to go back up.
Okay.
But it caught me here because it gave me a little head fake at like this was below 50 because it tried to pop up first before 50.
Okay.
I didn't trust that one because it hadn't came 50%. That's why I like nah. I ain't believe that one. But then they tried me again when it hit 50. See, so that was a little head fake to go up. But then they said, nah, I want more. So
Why the 15-minute versus the 1 hour or another time frame to do the fib?
Well, because we were also looking at the CFA.
Okay. Okay. Thank
because
you.
remember, this confirmed it. Yeah, let me close about that. Then we went on up. Then
the
we started coming back.
structure shift.
Right.
Okay, so
Right.
that confirmed that. Okay.
Right.
Bullish intention.
Right.
Okay.
So I just wanted, and there were gaps all through here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, which gap do it want? I don't know which one price, how deep price want to go. But ideally, the best case scenario is for it to come back down to this original block before the displacement up. That's the best case scenario because it gives you something to anchor it off of. So when I seen price hit that, and on the 1 minute, it immediately gave a 1 minute gap. Like on the 1 minute right here. It hit that and it popped up, made a gap, and retraced into it. 1, 2, 3, baby, come back to me. The only thing different was that it wasn't there in the max. But I knew that if we were bullish, price was going to try to run all this up here.
Okay.
And being that we got the TFA confirmation already, I mean, that was the only thing that was in debate. Everything else was a done deal. Just not knowing whether it's going to turn at 50 or it's going to turn at 70 or it's going to push all the way down to 79. Like you never know until it shows you.
Okay.
So basically, I was looking at the 15-minute and the 1 minute at the same time. So that's what, like I said, that's why I had to go ahead and show that split screen so I can see what's going on the 1 minute once it gets to certain areas.
Wait. Hold on. I cannot hear. I want this to be clear. I can go back to it. Okay. 11:25 a.m.
I was saying that's why I had this. When we go ahead, the split screens up, it's good because you can see what's going on the 1 minute in opposed to what's going on the 15. Okay. So I was just watching and I saw when it hit that 15-minute OB, which is the original block prior to the displacement up. I said, if that thing's live, it's going to show me something. And it did immediately. It gave a 1 minute gap. Now you go to the 1 minute.
Okay.
Go to the 1 minute, boy. Or you can box off that 15-minute or OB. Show where it hit it. See? It hit it right there on the 70. And I think that's 70. Yeah. But I said it hit 70% line, and you see it immediately gave up. Bam. 1, 2, 3, baby, come back to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I came in right on that order block.
Mm-hmm.
And then all the things. Now I wanted to come in here, but I was like, I'm already thugging it.
Why did you want
So
it? You wanted to come in there because of the gap? Why?
Yeah, because it made a gap. I just wanted to retrace into the gap.
Okay.
But I wanted to discount into them because I was trying to make my stop loss as small as possible.
I see what you're saying. Because you
Once
would
it
have had
kept
to put it
pushing
under
deeper,
the stop, the
right?
low.
It was look, stop loss go here regardless.
Okay.
But if I enter up here, that's a lot more different than entering right off the order.
And you can't use as many contracts.
Right.
Okay.
So that was it. I mean, everything else just you saw what happened.
Okay. Okay. Wait, so did you answer my question? Or maybe I've missed it. Regarding so you explained the 4 hour, correct? I believe my question was like the current stage. What is the current stage that we're in the buy model on the higher time frame? At least according to
Okay, well, you want to go back to the week.
Expert, you know.
All right. So personally, I'm expecting some kind of move down again. But as of yet, it ain't showing that yet.
Wait, did you say you wasn't expecting or you was
expecting?
No,
I am expecting.
You're
I'm
expecting
or anticipating some kind of retrace in this area. Maybe so far down as this volume.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But it hasn't, as of yet, it hasn't showed it.
Okay.
You know, the week is young, so maybe we don't know. We'll see. But if it don't do that, then I mean we hella bullish.
Okay.
This is sorry.
Okay, so that would be the complete, right? On the weekly chart.
Yep. That would complete the bottom.
Okay, so that means that.
And we'll be back at all time high.
Okay, so from what I'm hearing and from what the little information I know about the buy model, it will seem that we're like in the possible reaccumulation stage on the weekly.
We don't know.
We still don't know. Okay.
We don't know because it ain't getting no reaccumulation. It's just gas.
So this is not considered any accumulation. This is just price.
Well, the reason why it might not give all those steps is because if you squeeze this chart, so I can see more of the weekly on this side. Let me show you something. You might be trading something on those. Squeeze this weekly. Yeah, okay, good. All right. Because if you run the field from here to there, this is OTE.
Wait, if you run the foods from here to here, high, low is a OTE.
See that range?
Mm-hmm.
So it don't necessarily gotta. It could just straight run and take all that right out.
Okay.
This is what ICT on a higher time frame. This is ICT's unicorn.
Which is a
So it doesn't. It could be just straight gas. We take all that out.
Okay.
Now, once you get up here, it could hit you with a high, low, higher, high.
Higher.
And start working your ass down like that.
Okay.
Or if it goes from here to here, it can give you a 0.5 extension up higher.
Okay. So basically,
And
it's unknown at this point.
And personally, be a bed man. I'm comparing this move that we just did, or we're doing currently.
Oh shit! Hold on.
With the pandemic. I've been comparing this move with the pandemic move, and if this is the same type of move like the pandemic, we're going much higher. We can probably ride out to January. It just depends on how.
Wait! I missed the last part. What happened? Oh my
god. Boy, if you don't mind, go back to 2020. February, March 2020.
Oh, you're saying this is similar to 2020?
To the pandemic.
Yes, I agree. Okay.
Right. So you see that steep ass retrace right there? That's OTE.
Hmm.
So do you see any reaccumulations in that in this move up
No, straight gas.
to get here? Do you see any reaccumulations? Just straight gas. All
Yeah.
right. So once it got there, what did it do? It kept running even further
Yeah.
to a higher extension, and that's 2021 right there.
Okay. When did it hit
2022.
the
It
high?
ran until 2 years
Okay.
before it started giving you a retrace.
Orange man gotta say the market's wrong.
So
Driving.
this is one of those steep ass retraces. This retrace is steeper than the pandemic.
Okay. The retracement we just had, yeah.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
legendary to the downside
Legendary. Okay, downside. Okay.
and legendary back up.
Okay.
This is like a flash. This is a flash retrace.
Let's retrace.
These one I didn't like this one, but this is like slow drip. That's for a year.
That was a 2020. That was 2022. Oh, because that was the
2022.
Ukraine, Ukraine war. That's why Ukraine and Palestine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if this and this are similar, you
Okay.
could get a nice ass run once
To
it get up here. If you keep
probably
going,
December.
you can run.
But that was to November, correct? Okay.
Shit, look where you gave you the retrace. I finally gave you the retrace at 0.5. That's
Mm-hmm.
probably, and this is probably September area. Is that September?
Is it?
What's this?
What is that? You can see. Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
September,
Which makes
which is
sense.
a natural time for the market to pull back again.
Pull back.
Again, all that to keep
Correction.
going.
And then just wait. Yeah. To the end of the year. Wasn't it to the end of the year?
See, that's seasonal.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is just stuff I'll be looking at.
Okay. Thank you. Do you ever like analyze the monthly chart?
Yeah. That's what I actually based a lot of this off of my.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you, Eric,
No
for
problem.
explaining. Peace. Do you really have a question for me?
Hold on a second. Yeah, I was just gonna ask because I forgot. I didn't even really hear what you were saying. You were saying something about the subscription with the options.
Yes.
What is it? What is it? Is it just called options, and how much is it? Because I already have a yearly plan, with the future. So I just want to know how much more is it added on to it.
It's 26. So I paid the yearly because I believe it's like $2 a month.
Okay.
It's probably the same thing. Yeah. So now when I think about it, yeah, I just decided to pay the yearly outright. So I believe my
So
receipt
when I go to it, is it just I'm just looking for it just says options? That's what I'm asking.
yes, I believe it says options. Let me just pull it up on my end if I can see it.
Because I heard you one day telling, I think Hannah or somebody something. You said something about was $11 or something. Was it like 3 different ones?
Oh, that was a different one. That was regarding the data for like NASDAQ. Actually, I never even follow up with the
Oh,
person
okay.
to see if she I believe it was a she
Oh,
purchased
okay.
that plan. Yeah, because some of it's hard to see. Like I think the data is delayed for if you want to look at like SPX and
Well,
possibly
I
even
don't want the
equities.
delay, so I just want to know how much it is
Yeah. So
live.
the option,
I don't
yeah,
want.
so the option one is 26 for the year. And then if you want to have like SPX and some other, I think other like NASDAQ tickers, they do have a subscription plan for that I believe is $3. But I was recommending the individual to like look at another XPX to avoid the data, and if not, to just get the $10 plan, which I think includes all the NASDAQ tickers and stock tickers, versus doing like
What's the name of that one? The $10 one. What's the
yeah,
name
I'm
of that?
pulling up right now, so please,
Okay.
if you don't
Thank you.
mind, just pulling up. Oh my god, shit. Get real time data. So So yeah, so for the options, it's called OPRA, Options Price Reporting Authority. That's what it looks, and I actually paid $26.13. I paid at the beginning of the year. And I like it. I'm still, my computer's a little slow, so I'm pulling it up. Okay, so this is the plan that I did. I believe I suggested to the individual to look at. It's called the U.S. Stock Markets Bundle. It includes stocks and indices, and it's $9.97, and you'll save $7.05 a month. And that comes with real-time data. I think that that's a better package than getting like the NASDAQ stock market separate, the NASDAQ global index separate. Because I believe you end up spending, again, you're saving $7.05, so you end up spending more.
Okay, thanks.
All right, no problem.
Hey, yo, Jordan. Trust a lawyer.
What's up, man?
Hey, day 8 of the trial, man.
Yeah.
It said the prosecution continued with these items that Gannon sees the FBI person. Inside the closet, there was also a Gucci bag that had liquid residue, which tested positive for meth and liquid MDMA. Damn.
I tell you,
Gannon
bro. It's bad, bro.
Gannon specified he sees 25 bottles of baby oil and 31 bottles of lubricant from the closet in Diddy's home.
Trying to tell you,
Agents also
it's bad, bro. Go ahead. Agents also what?
also found a dark wood box with the word Puffy inscribed on top. Gannon testified the box contained MDMA and capsules containing the active ingredients and mushrooms. Damn.
Telling you, bro. And then I forgot that a lot of the people who said that they were at the freak offs said that there was minors there who were a part of the sex trafficking. So I mean, that's a separate charge within the main charge.
Right. He confirmed a loaded 45 handgun was found and held up as evidence bag filled with bullets recovered from the firearm.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, they had 80 or 90 agents that went to his house.
Yeah, man, he's just trying to run. He was trying to run.
That's why they
Man, that man went try to run.
That's what
You know
that's
what?
why they
Where did they catch him?
Went try to. He
Where
won't
did they
try to
catch?
run.
Where did they catch him?
He was at his house. He wasn't trying to run. They were trying to make sure they got the evidence up out of it. That's what.
also that's why they denied him bail, because they don't want him to run because he got his own plane and he got everything. No cell time today?
Who all was on them tapes? They'll never know. They sent them agents in there to get him.
Bruh, he got arrested in a hotel. He wasn't at his house, bruh. He was on the run. I'm trying to tell you, he was on the run, bruh.
No,
Why
he had went to New York. Yeah, went to New York. No, he wasn't running. He had went to New York.
On the run.
But he got
Oh,
a
he went
house in New York.
No.
So why you in a hotel and you got a house in New York? That don't make no sense.
Well, they knew he was there.
Bruh.
But they were saying he was getting ready. Now they did say they had decided to go ahead and get him because he said they thought he might have been getting ready to fight. They did say that.
Bruh. Then you got Mr. Rager himself, Kid Cudi, testifying today. What? Telling you, it's gonna be that sex trafficking and them kids that really give him the max.
What kids?
Bruh, there was kids at the freak offs, bruh. They were underage minors.
Who said that?
Bruh.
Yeah.
Bruh, it's several legitimate resources who have confirmed.
Hold on. No. I'm trying to separate the hearsay from what's actually been presented in court.
Bruh,
a lot of stuff that's been said.
You can't separate it because everything that's been presented in every single lawsuit, it's all coming to fruition during the testimony. So if you waiting for that, then you got to keep waiting. The prosecution ain't done. They just started last week, bruh.
Right. Well,
he got 12 lawsuits.
I heard that there might have been some minor, but I ain't seen it yet. So I'm just trying to stick to what
you think that they're gonna release? Just like they're not gonna release to the public. Just like they're not gonna release to the public the A-list celebrities that were on the video that was found in his Miami home. They're not gonna release the name of them kids. They're underage kids. You can't legally. You can't do that.
You can say that underage kids were there, yeah, but it ain't been presented in court.
Bro, they were under that. Bro, on the videos, those minors were under the influence of substances, bro.
All I'm saying is, has that been presented in court? That's all I'm asking.
All right, bro. All right, bro. No, but you're leading to speculation as if it's not true.
All I'm saying is we don't know what's true and what's not. You said it like you know it's the gospel. I'm
Bruh,
saying there's
because
been so much.
enough legitimate sources have came out and said that there were minors there
But if
at the
that
free
shit ain't in
calls.
the court, then we
And
just
it's on
talking.
the video evidence, bruh. What are you talking about?
Well, we'll
The same,
see.
okay.
We
Kim
gonna
Porter
see.
wrote the book. Kim Porter wrote the book, right?
Allegedly.
No, it's not no allegedly.
No,
She
because that
gave it,
dude that had that. Well, hold up.
bruh.
That dude that
You
had
gonna let
that
me talk?
information.
You gonna let me talk?
You asked me a question. You asked me a question.
Here we
It was a
go.
Well,
rhetorical
let me
question.
answer.
I'm just asking, can I finish
Well,
though?
don't ask me no rhetorical if you don't want me to
I
answer.
can ask you what the fuck I want to ask you.
And I
You
can,
can,
I can answer the way the hell I want to answer.
well, then wait till I
Hey,
ask you the
y'all.
damn question then, bruh. Let me breathe.
This how we do, man.
So check. Okay, so she wrote the book. She gave an unedited version to a man.
Allegedly.
It's not alleged, bruh. It's confirmed. They had to take it down from Amazon because the Combs organization was complaining about it.
Well, they were saying there was some. Hold up. That same book you talking about, they said there was some inaccuracies in that book. See, this is what I'm saying. Like I'm trying to separate what's for show been presented by the prosecution in court versus what we've been hearing and all that other extra stuff. Because there's a lot of shit we done been hearing. You know what I mean? So
Anyway.
it ain't
So
showed
the
up in
same
court.
individual who got the unedited version of Kim Porter's book is the same individual who has access to the damn videotapes.
So why the police ain't got it?
Bruh, the feds done raided everything. They got all the damn tapes. What are you talking about?
He said he had to introduce it to him.
She gave him the tapes, bruh.
The guy said that same guy said he had to give them to the cops.
Bruh.
Now I saw that same interview. Man. I say interview when the guy was talking about it. All I'm saying,
Bruh.
like this is what I'm saying. I'm trying to get away from the he say, she say, backdoor shit to the all right, the police right here. If you got these tapes, you get that shit to the cops. And then let that shit get presented in court because what the public opinion shit, that don't mean nothing. If you try to send a man down the road,
Bruh, you're
you gotta throw that
creating
shit in
doubt
court.
from a place of no grounds.
I'm giving somebody how we supposed
Because you're
to do
trying
it.
to get away from the he say, she say, but
No,
then
I'm
he
trying
said or
to give
she
this
no.
man his due
Hold
process.
Hold up. You just said that you trying to get away from the he say, she say, and what's been proven in court. But when I bring up something, you're going off of hearsay. Hearsay
You're
says
going off
that
of
there were
hearsay, but the shit
no.
ain't in court.
Hearsay is they said that there was some inaccuracies. Was it proven? Who said that there was inaccuracies? The Combs side? Of course they gonna say that shit. Was it
Which is
proven
the
though?
whole reason why I'm
It
going
wasn't
right
made
about it.
public. It wasn't made public what was inaccurate inside the book. That was what they used to strip it down from Amazon, bruh.
Again,
Just think outside the box and make it make
if
sense,
that
bruh.
shit ain't been presented in court, it's bullshit.
Even if it's
Until
been
it's true.
presented in court, some shit gets taken out.
Let's see. But I'm not
Can
gonna
it be
throw
taken out?
I'm just trying to get somebody to do the process that you're supposed to get, right? Innocent until proven guilty.
Man,
All I'm
just
saying
put your
is, do I
t-shirt
think
on
he
and
did
just
this shit?
drive up to New York courthouse in
No,
the
it's
Southern
not that,
District,
dog.
bruh.
I'm just trying to get somebody that what I would want them to give me. Because I know you get railroaded. But if you get
Bruh.
the shit, let them
He was
prove it.
doing the
Just like they did
railroading and he
Thug.
was watching it with the Astroglide, bruh.
Bro, they was going to send Thug down the road too. They was about to
Man,
send Young
listen.
Thug down the road, but then
Bro,
let
you
man know his
keep
ass free.
comparing this man to Young Thug, dog. You talking
I'm
about
comparing to motherfuckers putting Ricos on people.
Can
That's
I
what I'm
interject
comparing.
for a second? Eric, please, I implore you this weekend or when you ever have a chance to pull up the complaints. Like just pull up the complaints and just start reading.
I did
Don't
read the
read the
complaint.
summaries. Don't that. Just go to what is being presented in this trial.
I want to see what's
Will help
presented in
you
court.
to have a better understanding of what is going on. I would suggest reliable sources, but it seems like you're not a fan of that either. So I would say go
No,
to
it's not that. It's
actual
just, listen,
complaints
they have
that
to
are
present
actually
that shit
filed, and
in the courtroom.
if they file inaccurate, like they could be possibly suspended this bar. Like that is a serious burden that they have to, like attorneys have to like hold. So I'm suggesting that you read the complaints filed in court because they have to abide by 11. And again, I'm getting into legal terminology. So yeah, so I will start there before you take whatever is online from reliable sources or
I'm not taking what's online. I'm taking on what's going on in this goddamn courtroom.
But what are you paying attention to? Because it doesn't seem like you're focusing
Okay, so
on what is actually
where are the
found.
underage children at? Do you see a charge for underage children? I didn't see no charge
Sure,
for
but
that.
if it's indicated in the court
In the sex
document,
trafficking, bro.
again, I did not do
Did
a
you see
thorough
underage
research
under
or
sex
review.
trafficking? I didn't see that.
Is
Nowhere.
it
It's
is it in the
included
complaint?
in the complaint, bruh. It's included
That's
in
what I'm
there.
telling you. Whatever is included in the complaint has to be, pleaded. Has to be pleaded, right? It's pleaded in the complaint, and then that is what is being brought to trial. So if they're alleging certain things, it's going to have to come out during trial. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you need to go to the complaint file.
No, I need to
read
wait
through
for it to
that.
get presented in the
And
court.
then whatever they're alleging, they will have to prove, right? Because criminal, it's a higher burden, so
Burden
yeah.
of proof. That's all I'm
So yeah,
saying.
so I want you to start
I'm not
there.
going to railroad
Start
the
from
man
that.
until just because you got a complaint don't mean it's legit.
Well,
they said the same shit with us.
it actually had they have. Okay, I'm gonna go on mute.
Listen, you acting like prosecutors don't lie.
No further questions. No further questions.
I just need you to understand, you cannot, as an attorney, right? Because I'm an attorney. As an attorney, I cannot file a frivolous lawsuit. If
No
I
further questions.
I'm not saying it's frivolous.
lawsuit, because now I'm speaking as an attorney. If I file a frivolous lawsuit, I can essentially get in trouble. My license could be suspended. I could possibly be disbarred. I have to make sure that when I file a lawsuit, that I'm pleading accurate information. Because again, this is going in front of a judge to know if an attorney does not want to deal with consequences, they will make sure that they file a strong complaint, not a frivolous complaint. Again, that's the
I understand what you're saying.
ethical.
But you're saying that shit like it's gospel.
You have an ethical
But it's not.
obligation.
Not gospel. You got to prove it. That's all I'm saying.
There's certain things that are stipulated.
Yeah, that man is dead for it.
And there's things that are alleged, right? So if stipulated, consider that allegation.
No further questions. No further questions. No further questions. No further questions. No further questions.
Hey, that's that Dave Chappelle meme. Maybe on court.
No, you stupid.
That's that Dave Chappelle, man. Hey, so we all gonna meet at Shotty House. We gonna me, E, and we gonna meet at Shotty House. We gonna have our free Diddy shirts. Free Diddy. They paying $600. $600. Hey, yo, Shotty, you gonna go down there with us? You gonna represent us?
Absolutely not. I'm not gonna get my license.
Can you drive us to the courthouse?
I'm not gonna jeopardize my license, okay?
I'm gonna have my daughter get a poster and it was put free Diddy on the poster.
I have a reputation, Zeppo.
Free the diddler. Man, they gonna make books on this trial, man. They gonna have, man. Man, they got new prop firms coming out every goddamn hour on the hour. It's a new one now. You can swing trade one contract. Man, shit, wow. Hey, yo, E, when you stop in North Carolina, man, just go on up, hop on the freeway, come on up north, man. We gotta represent, man. Free Diddy, man.
Boyd, are you guys serious, or is this just like laughing matter? I just want to know.
Oh no, I'm just bullshitting.
Okay, I just wanted to. Yeah, I need to know. Thank you.
Don't just say because they put it in paperwork, it's the gospel. Nah, man, you gotta prove that shit. That's how it's supposed to be in the court system. Like, innocent until proven guilty. Let them prove it.
I
We
agree.
see it.
I agree.
Then okay, now that's your ass. You go.
Reasonable. Yeah, I agree.
That's all I'm saying. Like, don't,
guilty.
because I would want my day in court and my due process. You know what I'm saying? Before somebody develop an opinion on it.
I agree with that.
Now, when that shit show, that's your ass. You go.
Well, that's what they're doing now, right? They have the witnesses.
Right.
Testifying as to their experience with him. So yeah.
It's their job to present it, and then it's the defense job to try to put holes in it. That's
Absolutely.
it. And we see.
Absolutely.
That's how I knew Casey Anthony ass wasn't going to jail. Everybody knows she did that shit, but I knew she wasn't going to jail because the prosecution did a shitty job.
What case?
Casey Anthony with the white girl, with the little girl.
Okay.
They put all their ducks in the bag of the murder. Said that the little girl was killed. They said that the tape killed the girl. The tape that was on her mouth. But the forensics said that the tape did not kill her. That blew their case. So I knew George Simmons.
The state didn't prove their case.
Right. I knew watching that George Simmons case. I knew he was gonna get off too. That shit. That had Florida turned up. It's just what you can prove in court versus what people allege. It's two different things.
It's true.
I'm trying to get that motherfucker.
I know.
You also had to note, like, what is different from those cases that are state cases versus this being a case filed at the U.S. State District Court, Southern District of New York. So
I'm not giving them no more credit or giving any other court.
you gotta have to. When it's on the federal
All
level,
right, I don't got to.
Different stakes. So yeah, and
They run their ass enough. You gotta come.
District Court or Court of Appeals. Yeah, people are coming with the A game and they're coming with lots of evidence. So that's what makes it
damn sure better bring.
Yeah.
I'm sure they got their eyes dotted and their T's crossed. They better, or they're gonna look real crazy.
Exactly. This is like the best. The best is presenting these cases.
Yo, Jordan.
What up, man?
Hey, ES was much cleaner on that 1150 macro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, much cleaner.
Something about.
Much cleaner on 1150 macro.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the entry right there.
Yeah, definitely. And you know how you like to below 50. Yeah. And then you look to the left, these highs above here ain't been touched.
Yep. Yeah, it's a dragging his feet though.
Mm-hmm. Hey, yo, Modi.
Hey, what's up?
I wanted gold to come down to that VI. You see it?
I see it.
Yeah, yeah. I wanted gold to come down there. Yeah, Miss Falls. Yeah, because it ain't going down right now. I'm looking right here. Any questions before we get out of here? Got news tomorrow, man. Let's get some action tomorrow. Some clean price action. Shit. Just really test your patience. Yo, E, you home or you on the road tomorrow?
I might be at the house by tomorrow.
Okay. Back to the command.